Friends, enemies, assorted potted plants. I'm going to need you to imagine something for me. A train derailed, or a building collapsed, or maybe, as is more often the case in this country, there was some kind of stochastic terror attack. People were killed, people were injured, and one of those people injured is someone you care about. You rush down to the hospital to find out if this person you care about is okay, and you find out they're fine. They're injured, they've lost a lot of blood, but as long as they're hooked up to a dialysis machine and they receive a blood transfusion, they'll be just fine. You tell the doctors you can donate blood if need be, especially to this person you care about, and to anyone else who needs it. So they set you up in the same room as this person you care about. They're hooked up to the dialysis machine, everything seems to be going fine, and then... beep! 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 Dialysis subscription has expired. Would you like to renew? Beep! 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 The dialysis machine just cuts off the person that it's hooked to, putting them in immediate danger. Doctors scramble to find another machine that they can use, not because the one that they had is broken, but because they have to fucking subscribe to it. And by the time that the doctors find another machine and are able to bring it into the room, it's too late. Between the blood loss and the shock and the lack of filtration in their blood, this person you care about has died. Because some fucking bean counter decided it would be a great idea to have your hospitals pay a subscription for their medical equipment. I'm sure that you've heard of Right to Repair. I'm sure that you've heard of the contracts between iPhone and Android that prevent people from fixing those machines when they break down in fear of someone stealing the secrets to those machines. I'm sure that you've heard of how McDonald's milkshake machines are designed to purposely break down after a certain amount of time so that they can pay someone to come in and fix them. Well, fix. It's flipping a couple of switches. I'll leave an article about that in the description just in case you aren't familiar with it. I swear it's a fucking thing. And I'm sure that at least some of you have heard about how Rolls-Royce is making people pay for a subscription to heated seating in the cars that they own. All of these things, and even more things, like who gets to repair your cars and tractors, like who gets to fix bugs in software, like whether or not you own your computer, fall under the purview of Right to Repair. This is a widespread issue, and it is a very malicious issue. With the advent of electronics, there are people who believe that they can just insert themselves into everyday processes that were working just fine before, but they think they can improve by making you pay for it. The bean counters, the fucking bureaucrats, don't want to make anything better. They just want another piece of pie. And the problem is, that piece of pie is coming out of your piece of pie. The insertion of middlemen into already existing processes has only ever benefited those middlemen and bureaucrats. And literally the only reason to allow these processes to exist is to satiate the rich fuckers who manage them. I guess it's a bad thing that those rich fuckers are in control of everything right now. Fuck. So yeah, that's all I had to say about that. I am all said out. You know where the comments are, you know where the like button is, leave one or both if you feel so inclined. I also have a Ko-fi account that I've recently cleaned up a bit. If you have a little bit of money to spare and you don't need to spend it on anything, maybe send a couple dollars my way. I would really appreciate it. This video was actually made at the request of a comrade of mine in the DSA. Which is great! It gives me the chance to push the DSA again. Go join the DSA. I know that I don't like electoralism and you don't like electoralism, but they do a lot more than electoralism. I've also put a link to some resources about Right to Repair in the description of the video, so maybe check those out if you find this interesting. And, until we talk again, go out, do something important, and take care of yourselves, alright? Like, how many bug fixes, not even mods, just bug fixes, have ordinary people made for games like Skyrim?